So hey guys, hello. Long time no see, guys. Long time no see. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I know I posted a video, but that video was like from late October, early November. I can't remember. So it's an old video, but yeah. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. I hope you arrived in the new year safe and sound. I hope you are all doing very well. Yes, January is January. We are having snow here and it's cold, and a lot of people are having the flu. A lot of people are under the weather. And in my work, like, I think the problem with being a nurse sometimes, like, we feel like we have to be at work. Sometimes we are not even uh, ready, like, we're still sick, and then we go and then we end up like spreading the the flu. I have been down. I have been down with the flu, and the kids, Claudia, her husband, and Lily, they had the cold long before Christmas, and it took them long time to get over it. And I've heard other people say the same thing, like it's taking so long. It's probably some kind of a new virus that it's taking so long. So I feel like during the daytime, I feel like I'm getting better, but then evening comes, then I feel like it's starting all over again. I start getting pain in my throat. I start sneezing. I start coughing. I'm coughing. It's in the morning, early in the morning, goes away and then comes back like in the evening. So, but luckily I had some days off because I'm going to be working weekend, and I've had the time to kind of like feel better before I go back to work. But yeah, today I put on makeup, and I was like, okay, I have to clean myself up. Yeah, how was your new year, guys? How was your Christmas? I made a video, but I never posted it because I was so sick. I could not edit or anything. So, but yeah, 2026 is here, and you guys let me know like what kind of videos you would like me to make, because for me, I don't have a niche here. I talk about everything. I talk about what's going on in my life. I talk about Denmark. I take you along on my vacations. I take you along on my daily life. But maybe you have something you like want to talk about, and maybe we can do a Q&A. But I could also answer some of the questions, because a lot of people ask me some questions, some valid questions, and some, like, yeah, I don't know. Like the other day, somebody, I don't know, people don't, maybe you have to stop thinking like, oh, the person did not mean bad. Because sometimes, like, do people like sit back and think like, there was one person, please don't take this bad if you didn't mean bad with it. But the person asked me, why don't I braid my hair? Why would I want to braid my hair? Like, what was, I didn't get the point of the whole question. Is it because she thinks my hair is ugly, or is it because she thinks the gray hair is ugly? I don't know. Like, it's like can you go to a Caucasian lady and say, why don't you braid your hair, or why don't you wear a wig? Can you say that? I don't like understand why we, like, especially as women of color, we like so open to say things like this to people. There was a reason why I went gray. There was a reason why I went natural, because I don't want to use synthetic. And by the way, I am not talking down to anybody who does that. I don't, ladies, you who wear braids, who wear wigs, or who wear extension, I have nothing against it. But I stopped doing that because I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to be natural. I wanted, and I think people say natural hair is not simple, but I just didn't want to put those things in my head. First of all, like, my hair would itch like crazy when I put on wig or weave or whatever. My scalp would itch like crazy. Second of all, time consuming, especially like here in Europe. Like in Uganda, if you go to the salon, there might be like 5 girls working just on your head, and it goes quickly. But here, like, you have one person, it can take hours, guys, 6 hours. You're sitting there like putting these braids in your hair. And second of all, I think also they have found some bad chemicals in some of these braids. Yeah, and that, and the last thing is,
I wanted to be natural. I just wanted to be myself. I didn't want to even now I have a good, very, 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 very nice wig. I was it was sponsored to me or given to me by a company, and I made some videos about it. I think I wore that wig one time. It's a very, very nice wig, guys. I should show you that wig, guys. Maybe I should even give it away. I should keep it, or maybe I should give it away. But I kept that wig, guys. No, I didn't. I kept it, but I wore it just once. I never wore it again. Because I didn't feel myself, and people were saying, "Oh, Millie looks so nice." It just looks almost like I had straightened my hair, because it was actually a nice wig. Let me see if I can find that wig and I show you. So guys, here is the wig I got. It's a very, very nice wig. Actually, I already have a company. They wrote me. I want to find out if it's legit. They wrote me asking me if they could send me some, I don't know, they were clip-ons or wig, I don't know. But I'm going to check it out and see if it's legit. And maybe I can get it and wear it, and later I can give it away. This is the wig. It's very, very nice wig. Yeah. Maybe one day I can give it away, but for now I think I'll keep it. You never know. You never know. One day I might have a hair crisis and I might need it. Oh, my battery is about to die. See, guys. And yeah, they sent it to me and I made a video about it and I wore it. I think I wore it once. And like I was saying, there's a company already that has written to me. They want to send me some hair, but it looked like it was from China. I don't know how legit is that. But this is a very beautiful, very, very beautiful wig. It see, it matches my hair. So, but because I don't even know, some girls, they're experts about doing these things. I don't even know how to make it look nice when I put it on and everything. And because of my big hair, it means I have to do this. I think they're French cornrows, I think they're called. So my hair is flat because how can I put it on this, So, but it's actually a very, very nice wig. And I think you can actually make curls, but because I'm so used to Afro, and I feel like the straight hair doesn't match me at all, I'm so used to the Afro. So yeah, but this, yeah. So this person just made a comment why don't you braid your hair? And for me, I felt like there was more to that comment than what she said, because I don't see I could never go tell somebody that. I could never go, for example, tell somebody who has braids, why don't you go natural? But maybe I might say it in a way and then explain why I'm saying it. But I don't think, I could never see somebody. Yeah, because one time also somebody told me, why don't you straighten your hair? I don't want to straighten my hair. Why can't we just leave people be, I think in the new year, try to let people be, It's very, very toxic to tell people to do what to do in their life, And again, I made that video about somebody who I said I was an introvert. I always say I'm introvert, and somebody was saying I was not an introvert. How? I'm saying I am an introvert. I know who I am, guys. I actually saw this show. I saw this show, but I also saw it somewhere else where somebody was making a question to people saying, do you know who you are? But don't say I'm a nurse or I'm a mother, I'm a wife. No, if you don't explain these things, do you know who you are? I think I know who I am. I know I'm an introvert. And actually, I even saw one comedian saying he's an introvert. And people might think, how can you be a comedian and be an introvert? Because people just don't understand the meaning of things, So, but yeah, I was just ranting about that. I think in the new year, let's try to let people be, Try to be positive and let people be. Even if before you comment, think about what you're going to comment, because comments affect people. And that's why YouTube is not for soft souls, because even that comment, it's means nothing to me. But I think some other people might take it very hard. Why did she think my hair? Did she think my hair is ugly? Because otherwise, why would one say something like that? So, guys, let me go make a cup of tea and then we can continue our talking. Anyway, guys,
Yes, I also want to talk about to hear what plans do you have for 2026, or what are you trying to change, or are you just like, I don't want this whole thing, new me, new year, all this, or I'm just going to continue with what I'm doing. Or maybe some of you, 2025 was so good and you're like, you're just going to continue like that. For me, 2025 was a mixture of a lot of ups and downs, and yeah, I think I hope 2026 will be better. But my husband and I, we went through some things, up and downs, not like between me and him, but like family wise. So, but I hope 2026 is gonna be better. And I mean, if you've been here for a long time, you know how I've been talking about my weight. Oh my goodness, guys! And I know some of you see your favorite YouTubers losing weight, and you think, and they have this 2 kilogram weight, and they're saying, oh, this is what I do, this is what I do. And no, guys, you know what they are on. You know what they're on. I don't come in here and be naming names, but yeah, losing weight is not easy. But I told you guys I was going to be consistent, and I was going to be giving you updates. Like, yeah, because for me, I feel like some people say, oh, I don't want to share my journey, I don't want to share this and that, and people will be like asking, and yeah, but for me, sharing it holds me accountable, yeah. Because then I cannot come here and be lying to you guys, So yeah, but I must say, like, it has not started out very well, because I got sick. I started getting sick like New Year's Eve, around there in the evening, on the 31st. I started feeling like sick. So from that day I got sick until now, and I had also been to, like I told you guys, I had got my wisdom tooth taken out, and everything was going so well. But then I started getting pain, like very, very much pain. And if I went out in the cold weather, I was getting so much pain. So, and then they had closed for the holidays. And if I had to call in, it would be like acute, and then I have to pay extra. So I just hung on. It wasn't paining if I wasn't eating, but it was paining so much. Actually, guys, I feel like almost my jaw is kind of weird. Tell me, guys, do I look like I am not even? Because before I had this wisdom tooth taken out, my dentist was trying to do a root canal cleanup, and then she was like, "Oh, your teeth is so infected, and it's because of this wisdom tooth. It's laying on your nerve. They have to take it out." So we went through that. We took that out. Cost me 5,000 Danish kroner. So I was thinking, okay, we were done with that, and after the new year, I had an appointment with my doctor to do the root canal cleaning, and I thought, like, oh, maybe it would be like 3,000 Danish kroner. I went there. I was like an hour and a half, and when I went to pay, the lady was like 6,500. 6,500. Oh my God, guys. The Danish dentists, they are so expensive. They are so expensive. Actually, I know some companies, they make these trips, like buses, where people, especially pensionists, they go on this bus, and then they go, for example, to Poland, and they do their teeth there. Some people go to Sweden because it's also cheap. That the Danish dentists, guys, if you live in Denmark, if you are in Denmark, you just came to Denmark, get yourself a good insurance. Make sure you are a member of Medlem Denmark, because like if I paid the 5,000 last time for the dentist or something like that, and I got like almost half of it back. But you can only get that back if you are a member. We call it Medlem Denmark. If you came to Denmark and you don't know what Medlem Denmark is, you better do that, because it saves you even medicine. If you're buying medicine, you're gonna get some money back. But especially when it comes to bills like this, I'm ruined. We are ruined. I said to Jan, my teeth is going to ruin us. Oh my God. My dentist said, Mila, don't go make any more accidents. I didn't do any more accidents. It's not because I was eating and I broke a tooth or anything. But I'm telling you guys, I don't know, even if you don't live in Denmark, teeth is expensive. So you better be putting some money. I always put money off
away a little bit, but that was not enough, so we have insurance, and we have this Medlem of Denmark, so that helped. But yeah, so what I was saying, like I was having so much pain and I could not go out like for a walk. But now after she did this cleaning of the teeth yesterday, I did go for a walk, and I did not get pain, but I was covered myself very well, so I did not get pain. But yeah, with going to the gym, it has not started in very well, because I could not go to the gym with this pain and so. But I hope like from next week I'm going to start going. But I've been actually doing some exercises around the house. So what I've told myself is like, I don't have to be in the gym. I don't have to be outside walking. I have to move my body. I have to do something, I think I'm telling myself I have to do something. I can take, even if I have a cold and I'm at home, I can take some weights, and lift them. I can walk around the house, I can do something. I can squat. Around the house. Move your body, guys. Just move your body. Because I think when we talk about getting fit, getting healthy, like getting in shape, being strong, people always, I don't have time. We all have time, I know some of you have kids and stuff like that, but like you can do some squats, you can tell yourself, okay, I'll do maybe 30 squats before dinner. I'll do some 30 squats. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just get up from the TV and do some squats. I think most of the time we are tired, we're exhausted, and we just don't want. You can do some of these. I don't know what they call. Like you go and bend your leg back and forth. You can get some of those weights. Maybe a jerry can. I don't know if you are somewhere and you don't have weights. Get some jerry can, put in some water, and then you have like 10 kilo on each side, and then walk around with that. I think I've told myself I just have to do something, anything, and not think so much like, oh, I didn't go to the gym, that's it. No. Oh, I didn't go to walk. No. If I don't do that, then I just lay on the floor, then work on my abs, do some back kicking, something like that, So I think we just need to move, guys. We just need to move. I think I've decided to do something like called 10 before 10. I don't know if I had it somewhere or something I came up with. I can't remember. But I just decided to tell myself, like, because for me, after 10, I feel lazy. Yeah, after 10 o'clock in the morning, I feel lazy. But I decided to do something like 10 before 10, which means on my days off, this can only like maybe work or it can work even when I'm not off. I should have had my 10K in before 10 o'clock, yeah. Unless I have something I have to do, unless I have to drive early somewhere. But if on my days off, weekend, whatever, 10 before 10. Yes, because I know myself, like after 10, 11, I don't want to go to the gym. So in the weekend, my husband likes to sleep a little bit longer. I wake up like 5, I'm gone to the gym. So 10 before 10. But I also said, yeah, but Millie, what about those people who work every day, Monday to Friday from morning? But then I said maybe 10 before 10, then that should be 10 before me, before you go to bed. You come home, you have cooked and everything, walk around. Maybe you don't have to do the 10K, but just like walk around. And also like you guys, when you're at work, don't you get some breaks? Go like a little bit for a walk around. Just, walk around, So, and I think this 10 before 10 is for me. But you can give yourself another number. You can say maybe 3 before 3. You can also just say 3 before 10, and then maybe you can say, I'm not able to do the 10K steps, but I'll just do the 3,000, just like, like at least you have a goal, like to be moving around, moving your body. So this is a principle I'm going to try to take 10 before 10, because I'm always happy. Like when I come home and it's like 9 o'clock and I've already done my take, I'm like, oh, now I can chill and relax. And another thing I had talked about was decluttering. Yes, something I was going to declutter. Like I said, I was going to declutter. And I can see I've already done some decluttering here, removed some things. But this is not where I'm starting. I am starting in my closet. I made a map. of the decluttering plan. So I made a map and I said, like, this month of January, which areas I want to have finished and where do I want to start. Because if you want to declutter the whole house and if you don't make a plan, you're not going to know where to start. I want to declutter everywhere in the house, in the drawers, in the kitchen, everywhere, in the garage, in our small outhouse where we keep all our garden things. All those places I want to declutter, but I have made myself a map. And when it comes to maybe the whole kitchen, then I'll make a map where Ian can be part of it. But right now I made a map for myself. And yesterday I started already, like in my 3 of my drawers. I said I'm going to start with those 3 drawers because they were such a mess. Like I couldn't find a sock, I couldn't find things. So I took everything down and I threw it on the floor. Then I put everything in like socks, like all the socks in one pile, all the underwears in one pile, all the bras in one pile, all the scarves and stuff, like everything in one pile. And then after that, then I separated like all the black socks and all the white socks, and then I started like putting the socks together, like finding a pair, matching them together, and anything that did not have a sister, brother, those were thrown out. I find underwears that I don't fit anymore because I'm not going to be having all these underwears waiting until I lose weight. I can keep some clothes, but not underwears. They were all gone. And and I told myself, like, maybe before the end of this month, I want to have filled up at least 2 big bags. 2 big bags gone. I showed my husband. I said, look, I'm so proud. I've already filled half of it, and only by cleaning those 3, I think the 3 drawers. So I was so proud of myself, like, to actually say, this is going to go out, thrown out. This is going to go to charity. If you feel also overwhelmed with your decluttering, you just need to like make a decluttering plan. That's what I have done. So when I'm done with those 2 drawers, I know what I'm going to do next. Instead of like, oh, I'm going to declutter, I don't know where I'm going to start. When I'm done with those drawers, I know what's going to be next, and I know what I'm going to do. So I'm really looking forward to this whole decluttering thing. I removed some, I had a plant over there, I can show you. I'm hanging those trousers I just got for walking outside. They're almost like ski trousers. I'm hanging there, they can dry. But yeah, over here I had a big plant, and I removed it to put a Christmas tree, and I'm already liking the space. I will still put a plant, but it's going to be a small plant, not 3-4 plants. I'm liking the spaces that are empty. By the way, guys, here is my sweater. I finished it. The sweater I've been working on, I finished it and I'm blocking it. If you are a knitter, you know what blocking means. So yeah, I thought it was going to be done today so I can wear it, but I'll wear it next time. Yeah, I'm done with that. And guys, like I said, guys, you should learn how to knit in my last video. Are there any of you who are planning to learn how to knit? Let me know. I think something I didn't talk about in the video of the things I want to do this year was also like interacting with real humans. I like I said, I was an introvert, and somebody was saying I'm not an introvert, but I am an introvert, and I have had time like starting conversation with people in real life. But I think that's the thing I'm going to work on. Like I really want to like be that kind of person. I just like to sit and listen, I like a one-on-one, and that's why I'm introvert. Most introverts, we like one-on-one. We don't like this 6 people and then you have to shout and talk to the other person over there. I like the one-on-one or somebody sitting close to me. And it's so hard when you live in a country like where you're a minority, but I need to be better. I am very bad because I have a neighbor from my country, guys. I could almost call her name from my house. I need to do better, but we all work, the life in Denmark don't make it easy, but we all work, and we're always telling each other like, every time we see each other, we need to do that, so yeah. But I think I'm going to be calling her so we usually go for our walk, so our 1 hour walk. I think I'm going to have to do that more, but and I also want to compliment people. I think I'm very good at that, but I want to do it more. Like if I see somebody, like compliment them on their outfit, compliment them on how they look, whatever. That can make a person's day nice, and but also I feel nice, like if I compliment somebody and then I make them happy and I give them a smile, then it makes my day too. So I would like to interact with people, and not just you guys here. I interact a lot with you guys. I do. I'm always answering all your questions and all your comments, so I would like to go do that in the real world. I just wish, like, I'm going to try and see if I can find some knit along, I don't know if they call them that, or some knitting events. Yeah, I could start there because I really loving knitting, and that could be something I could start doing, like go to these knitting events and meet people in that way. So I also I saw a guy talking about having a habit tracker. I made that habit tracker before, but that I did not, I wasn't consistent with that. I did track my habits. I think I wasn't tracking my habits. I was just tracking like my workouts and stuff like that. But I saw this guy like doing a habit tracker. He has this book and he's having it everywhere he goes, like tracking all his habits, and the bad, the good, the ugly, everything he's tracking that, and then he can always go back. And I think that could be very important also, comparing to your health. If you want to be healthy and stuff, like you can go back and see the bad habits you've done. So I think I'm going to try and work with that and see how that goes. But I also think, guys, we're still in January, so I think we should not put up like a lot of changes. If you make too many, I think we should not like come and make so many changes. There is a system we work with at work. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's about like the goals should be small, should be attainable. You should not go out and make like 10 things you want to do. Like you're going to be overwhelmed. Start small, and then you can like go big. So that's why I, instead of me saying like I'm going to declutter the whole house, yes, I said that, but then I put the goals in small things, like where am I starting, and I made a plan. For me, I feel like if I do not make a plan and write something down, some people they don't do that, but for me, I have to like put it on paper, write down like this is what I'm going to do. The same thing, like if I don't plan what I'm going to do the next day, when I wake up in the morning, honestly, I can be just sitting there, like I can take my cup of tea, and I know there are things I want to do, but then I don't know where to start because there's so many things I want to do. I don't know where to start. So I always tell myself, write down like these are the things I'm going to do, or I make a list for a whole month, like the January, these are the things I want to do, and some of them big, some of them small. Then I take out like every week, and this week this is what I'll do, next week this is how I'll do, and then the next month I do the same thing, move the things I did not do to the next month. But if I don't have that, I just walk around and I might end up sitting, knitting, or doing the only fun things. So anyway, guys, I hope this video was not long, but yeah, let me know, guys, what are you going to be doing in a new year? Or are you just going to be like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm wearing my beautiful pre-loved earrings. I like how elegant they are. Normally I like the big earrings, but I'm actually loving this. I look older. Guys, you won't believe there was a time when I used to want to look older, because I've always looked young. I've always looked younger than my age. So there was a time when I would do things like to look older. So I used to do that, and people would think like I colored my hair just to look older. So all my life I tried to look older, tried to wear clothes that made me look older. And yeah, and right now I try to not wear clothes like sometimes I see a dress, I'm like, yeah, this beautiful dress, but that's going to make me look younger, and I don't want that. It's so funny. Some people, they want to look young, and I don't want to look younger. So, but I love the earrings. I feel like they make me look so elegant, guys, so elegant. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let me stop plappering, and yeah, leave in the comments what are you going to do. Yeah, because you might inspire me. You might say something I had not thought about, but for me, I'm moving my body is number one. And I think the most important thing for me is going to be me, my health. Everything else is going to be like coming number two. I think I'm going to like everything. I'm going to so focus on my health, because if I'm not healthy, I cannot be there for these people. If I'm not healthy, if I don't train, if I don't lift, if I'm strong, I cannot carry my babies. Oh, talking about babies, guys, if you haven't seen, why am I talking this at last? But I've already made the video. I've already written it. I Christmas vlog. I gave a hint. The video I made afterwards, I made a hint. But if you don't know, I'm going to be a grandma again. Yes, Miss Lily is going to be a big sister. So now I've said it, guys. Now I've said it. So yeah, we are so excited. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let me end the video here, because I love talking to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in another video, right? Yeah, take care for now, and Happy New Year.